Hello, good evening all. Is my voice is clear? Okay, today we are going to create a project as I have discussed yesterday. Today we are going to create a project which is a task manager. The name of the project is Task Manager, where the user can add tasks, can update the task, can delete the task, can fetch the task. Today we are going to create that project. First of all, I will show you the output of the project, then we will make the project. Okay, this is the project which we are going to develop. Here we can able to see the title of the project, and then we have a button to add new task, and then there is a table to showcase the records. Let me show you. I will add a task. Just you have to enter the title, web development, and then some description. When I add task, you can able to see the record has been added in the particular table, and then you can able to see there is a search for the particular table, and then you can able to see there is a edit option, and then delete option, and then pagination, and then how many records should show. Today we are going to develop this project. You can able to see I have titled the project for the first task as web development. When I click on the particular edit option, you can able to see web development and the description which I have provided. When I make it something web and then update, automatically the title has been changed. You can able to see this is a project which we are going to develop today with the help of Bootstrap. Just I have utilized Bootstrap to make this particular project. Now we will go with from scratch to develop this particular project. Is this clear about the overview of the project? Hello, kindly be interactive. Kindly reply. Is this clear about the project overview what we are going to develop today? Okay, first of all, I have to learn about the structure about the project, in the sense how the project folder structure should be. Let us create the folder structure to create this particular project. I will open my file explorer. Inside, I have to go to C drive. The XAMPP folder, you can able to see a htdoc. Inside this, I will create a new folder named as I have named the file name as project. Let us open the folder in the VS Code. You can able to see in my particular project there is no folders. Now we will create one by one the project folder structure. Then we will create the project in the particular folders. The folder structure, let us make into this particular project. I will make a folder for placing the CSS and JavaScript. I will make it as assets as the folder name. I will make the folder name as assets. In this particular assets folder, I will include the CSS and JS file separately. And then I will create another folder for include. Includes in the sense, in the includes folder, I will place a file for connecting the database. In the includes folder, I will make a file to connect the database. And then I will create another. In the assets folder, I will create another folder for CSS. I will place CSS in this particular assets folder. In the assets, I will create another folder for the JavaScript. Just understand, like in the particular project folder, I have created assets folder. As in the assets folder, I will be having CSS and JS. And then I have another folder for named it as includes. In this particular includes folder, I will include the connection. Like I have said, like we have to write the code to connect the database and PHP code. For that, I will include the particular file in includes. In the CSS file, I will create a file name it as style.css for the particular file. Here I will write the CSS for the particular project, and then in JavaScript I will write the JS for the particular file. I will name it as script.js. Here I will write the JavaScript. Here I will write the CSS. Now we have completed with the assets folder. In the includes folder, I will include, like I will make it as db.php. db.php in the sense, in this particular file, I will include the connection between database and PHP. I will include the connection between database and PHP. Now, include folder is completed. Outside, I will create a new file for when I run a particular project. This file will be showcased, like as I have shown in the particular project. You can able to see a particular table with the data. For this particular file, I will name it as index.php. For adding task, I will create another file. I will name it as add task.php. And then for updating the task, I will name another file update task.php. And then for deleting the particular task, I will create another file delete task.php. This is the project structure I have created. In the project folder, I have assets folder. In this particular assets folder, I have CSS and JavaScript. And then include folder, I will make the code for connecting the database. And then I have index file, index page. In the index page, the entire UI will be visible. In the add task, the backend logic of the adding a task will be appear in add task, will be in the add task blade.add task.php file. For deleting the task, delete task.php file. In this particular, we will write the logic for deleting the particular task. In the update task, we will write the logic for updating the particular task. Is this clear about the folder structure about the particular project? Hello. Now, first of all, we will create a connection between. First of all, we will establish the connection between database and PHP. Further, we have to create a new database, and then we have a table to connect the database. First of all, we will create a database. I will open my PHP MyAdmin. Here, I will create a new database. I will create a new database. I will name it as project. I will name it as project, and then I will create the particular database. I have created the database. You can able to see the project database has been created. In this particular project database, we need a table to store the task. In order to store the task, we need a table. Now we will create a table. The table should include the columns like. Now let us select the project database. Inside this, let us create a new table. Here I will create the table name. Just we have to provide the table name. I will make the table name as tasks, and then number of columns should be in the particular, or we need ID column, and then title, then description, then created it. We need 4 columns. 4 columns is enough. I will create the table. Now you can able to see in the task table we have to provide the column names. First of all, the ID, then the second column is title, and then third column is description, and then at the final I will create it at I will place the created in the sense when the task has been added, it will automatically get the time when the task has been added. It will be stored in the particular created at column. It will store the timestamp in the sense that with which time the task has been created will be stored in this particular created column. Now ID is int. By default in the ID we will get the integer values, so I will make it as integer. Then in the title we will get text, so I will make it as varchar. In the description we get more, so I will make it as text. At the created it is a timestamp, I will make it as timestamp. For the int I will make it as 11. For the title 220. For the text I will provide empty. For the timestamp I will provide empty. Then I will make the ID as auto increment. Make it as auto increment for the ID, and then I will make it as save. Now you can able to see the new table has been created in the projects database. A new table has been created named as task. You can able to see ID, title, description, and created it. This is my table which I have created. Then I have a primary key for the ID because it should automatically increment. No repeated values should be involved in this particular ID. Is this clear about the table? Hello, be interactive. Now we have created the database, then we have created a table, and then we have learned about the project structure. Now we will make the connection between the database and PHP. For that, I will write the code in the includes. In the includes folder, I have created db.php. As everyone know, you can able to see in the includes folder, I have created db.php. In this file, I will write the connection between the database and PHP. We should start with PHP tag, then close PHP tag. Inside this, we have to write the code. First of all, we have to define the variables like the host name, then the database, then all. First of all, I will define dollar $host. The host is localhost. I am using localhost. Then we have to provide the username of the database. As I said, like the default username of the particular database will be root. Then we have to provide the password. Password as empty. By default, the password will be empty. And then we have to provide the database connection. DB equals to, I have created the database as projects. As everyone can see, I have created the database as projects. I will make it as projects. I have created the database as project, not projects, projects. Then we have to connect the database. I will define a new variable, then connect. In the connect, I will write new MySQL. Inside this, we have to send the parameters. Dollar $host, dollar $username, and then dollar $password, and then dollar $db. This is clear. I have just made a variable, and then I have used MySQL, and then I have sent all the parameters into this particular function. If I get any connection error, I will make the output. If dollar connect tends to connect error, if I get any correct error, I will print die, and then connection failed, and then I will print the message dot dollar connect tends to connect error. And then if there is no error, I will print echo connected successfully. Let us check the connection whether it made or not. In my local host, I have created my folder name as project, so I will provide local host, then folder name project. My folder name is project. Inside this particular project, I have made a file name as includes. Inside includes, I have db.php. When I run this particular file, we can able to see connected successfully. In the sense, the code is running successfully. It has been connecting the database with PHP. Is this clear? Now there is no errors in this particular code. Here I have made like just 4 variables, and then I have written a simple line, new SQLi, and then sent all the parameters. If I get any connect error, I will write die connection failed, and then connect tends to connect error, else it will make connected successfully. Till now, anybody have any doubt? Hello? Only some are replying. Remaining in the meeting, there are 24. Only 1 or 2 persons are replying. Kindly be interactive. Then only the session will be. If you have any doubts, directly ask. I will explain one more time also. No need to hesitate. Can we continue? Okay. We have completed with connection. I will remove this line. No need of this particular line. Till now, we have made the particular connection. It is connecting to the particular database. Now, I will make the I will write the code for index.php. This is the main page of the particular project. In this is the main page for the particular project. Let us write some code to get the data from the particular tables. We have to start with PHP tag because this is a PHP file, index.php file. We have to close the PHP tags. Inside this, I will call this file. In this particular index.php file, I will call the includes. For the every file, there should be a connection with the database. Without writing the same code again and again, I have write it one time. I will utilize the particular file again and again. Without writing the same code again and again in every page, I will call a particular db.php in every file. Like you have to provide all this code every time in every page. Instead of that, I will call simply I will run require once. We need once because we have to connect the database once. So I will make require once, and then I will include in the includes folder. I have the db.php, so I will write the path. In the includes, I have db.php file. Now I have included the particular file. Let me show you an example. Like I have this particular file. When I run this particular file db.php file, I will get the particular output as connected successfully. When I run index.php file, then also you will get the particular output. Let me show you. When I run the particular project folder, just I have typed the project folder, it will automatically run the index file. When I click enter, you can able to see it will automatically run the index file. It doesn't run anything, it will directly run the index file. I have just made that require once includes db.php. I have included the particular db.php file in this particular index file. So it has been outputting the value which I have got in the db.php file. You can able to see connected successfully, which has been came from db.php file. For your reference, I will make index.php. For this also you will get the same. No need of providing this, just this also will be provide the same output. Is this clear how to include a sub file? Is this clear how to include a file? Now we will have included the particular file. Now I'll write the HTML code over here. HTML I have to provide doc type. I'll write the HTML code over here. Inside the PHP, I have written the HTML code. Before that, I have to close the PHP tag. To write the HTML code, you have to close the PHP tag. Till now, I have been using PHP, so I have utilized the PHP for this particular including, and then I know it of PHP. Now I will write the HTML code. So I have closed the PHP over here, and then I have started HTML. My project name is Task Manager. My project name is Task Manager. As I said, I will utilize Bootstrap for the particular project. So I will include the Bootstrap. So just go to the particular official Bootstrap page. I will take the CSS link. I will take CSS link. I will paste in the header the Bootstrap CSS, and then in the body section at the bottom I will include the JavaScript. This is the JavaScript. I will copy it and then I will paste it at the bottom. At the body I will write paste over here the JavaScript. I will paste the JavaScript over here. Now I have included the both Bootstrap links. I have just included both the Bootstrap links. No need of this one, integrity and all. I will remove everything. I will just place the link. Now I will show you how to download the particular library and then utilize in your file. I will remove everything. Now I will paste the particular link in the Chrome browser. my Chrome browser, I paste the just particular link and then I type Ctrl S to save the file. I will save the particular file in my C drive, in my project folder. In my project folder, like my project folder is in the exam, inside XAMPP, in my htdocs folder, I have created the project folder. Inside this project folder, I have assets. In this assets, this is the style file. In the CSS, I will make bootstrap min.css. I will save, and then at the same time, I will download the particular JavaScript. I will paste in the particular Chrome browser. Just click enter and then Ctrl S. It will automatically take me to the particular path. In the JavaScript, I will save the particular JavaScript. Now you can able to see in my Visual Studio Code, in the assets folder, in the CSS, bootstrap min.css has been included. In the JavaScript, I have bootstrap bundle.min.js. Now I will call the particular file over here. I will remove this CDN link. I will call the file over here. How to call the file? To call the particular file, you have to mention, like in the assets folder, we have CSS file folder. Inside this CSS folder, we have bootstrap min.css. This is the style. At the same time, I will call the style.css file also. In the CSS, we have style.css. Here also, I will call the JavaScript in the same manner. I will remove everything and then I will call the assets folder. Inside this assets folder, I have JS JavaScript folder. Inside this JavaScript folder, I have bootstrap bundle min.js. Now I'll write the code over here. For that, I will write a container. First of all, I will write a div. Inside this div, I will name the class as container. Make the file name as container. In this container, I will mention h1 tag. In the h1 tag, I will name the project name as Task Manager. When you run this particular project, you will get this type of UI. In the DB, I will remove this particular line. No need of this one. When I run, you will get Task Manager as the output. I have just included Task Manager in the particular line. In the H1, I have just mentioned Task Manager. I have nothing mentioned, just we have mentioned Task Manager. This is what you can able to see. And then in the output, I have shown like below we need a table and then we need a button to add task. First of all, we will create a button. I will create a button and then mention the class as button space button hyphen primary. I will get the button name primary color and then I will mention add tasks. Button name as add task. When I refresh, you can able to see the button has been came. Add task as the button name. Now you have to fetch all the details and then showcase over here. In the index page, here you can able to see in this particular file there is a add task button and then a table which is showing the data over here. Now we have to fetch the data from the database and then show the data in the particular table format. Here we have to fetch the data from the database and then show over here. You can able to see in the database task manager I am having only one record, so that it is fetching the same record to web and then something. The same thing here, it is fetching. First of all, it will store the data in the database and then fetches the data over in the particular page. Now let us write a query to fetch the data from the database and then showcase in the particular UI. For that, let us write some logic to fetch the data from the database. And the PHP, I will write the logic to fetch the data. I will write query over here. I will mention $SQL variable equals to, I will write query, select star in the sense every column, star from, then table name. We have to mention the table name. My table name as tasks. Now we have written the command. We have written the command like select star from tasks in the sense it will fetch the all the data from the task table. It will automatically connect the projects database, and then by connecting the projects database, it will automatically select the all the tasks from the task table and then store in the particular SQL variable. Now we have to make the result. Just this is a query. It will not fetch the data. It is just a query in the $SQL variable. This is the query which has been stored in the particular SQL variable. Now we have to execute a query. For executing the query, I will assign another variable results. I will make a variable results. In this particular results variable, I will run the query and store the result in the particular results variable. I will write connection tends to query of $SQL. If I run, I will make, by making this type of statement, it will run the query and then store all the results in the particular results variable. By running this particular line, it will get all the data from the tasks table and then it will execute the query and then it will store in the particular results variable. Now all the data from the task table has been stored in this particular results variable. Is this clear? Hello? Just I have written a simple query, select star from task, and then I have written connection tends to query of SQL in the sense it will run the SQL query and store all the results in the particular $results variable. Now we have to fetch the data. For fetching the data, I will have to write the logic. We have to show the particular data in table format. For that, I will have to write the code. In this div, I will write another div. In this div, we are writing for table. Table, I will mention the class as table container. For this, in the div, I will mention table. In this table, I will show the data. In this particular table, we will showcase the data. I have written table tags. I will mention class as table. This is the default classes in the Bootstrap. Table space table stripped. I have mentioned like table space table hyphen stripped. Stripped in the sense in Bootstrap we have different types of tables. Let me show you. These are all the tables. Just you have to mention the table. By just mentioning the table class as table, you will get this type of UI for that particular table. If you mention primary, you will get this color, secondary colors. These are all colors. Table primary, table danger, and all. For this type of one one row will be in this color, another row will be in different color, another row in different color. For this particular, you have to mention table space table hyphen stripped for this particular UI. If you can able to see, there are so many. On hovering, the animation has been changing. For this particular type of table, just you have to mention table space table hover. I will take the hover effect alone. I will mention in the code. I will mention table space table hover, and then below we'll write table header. In the table header, we have table rows. Inside this table rows, we have table headers. Table headers, we have table data as ID. These are all the columns which you have in the table. Title, then we have description, and then finally created it. This is the thing which you have in the table. When I run this, the output will be here. You can able to see ID, title, description, created it. This is the columns which has been created. There is no data because we have not yet written the logic to fetch the data. We have just written a query, and then I have stored all the result in the particular variable. Now we have to fetch the data and then showcase. For that, we'll write some logic in the table body. Let us start. Just we have completed table header. Now we will write the table body. In the table body, I will write again. I need PHP, in the sense I have written all the data in the results variable, store all the data in the results variable. Now I have to use the results variable. In the HTML, I cannot able to directly utilize the results variable, so I will start the PHP over here. I'll start the PHP. I will close PHP over here. Inside this particular PHP, I will write condition while. I will write a while condition while $row equals to $result tends to fetch associate. I am making all the results from the particular variable, then store in the particular associative format of array. I will store all the results in the associative format of array. Now we have started the while loop. I will end the while loop over here. Now I have ended the while loop. Just I have closed the PHP tag. No need of now. I have no need of PHP. I will write the again HTML code. This entire HTML will also loop because every row is a HTML. Every HTML content should loop. So I will end the PHP code over here. Now I will loop the entire thing. Now I have to loop the entire row. So I will mention the content over here. In the table row, we have table data. In this table data, again I will open the PHP tags. In this PHP, I will call the echo. In this echo, I will print the row of here. You can able to see in the row variable, I have fetch all the data and then stored in the particular row. In the row, I will print everything. In the ID, I will print over here. In this case, I will print ID. I will print again and again. In the echo, I will print title, and then here I will print description. Here I will print created it. Now the while loop has been not been closed. You can able to see I have just started the while loop, not yet closed. So we have to close the while loop. Now we will close the while loop below. In the table record, I will close the while loop. Again I will start the PHP and then end the PHP. In the I will write end while. By declaring like this, it will end the while loop. Now the while loop has been ended. When I run my project, you can able to see there is nothing inserted over in the particular table. There is no records in the task table. Let us try to insert manually. Then we will try to insert the with the add command. Let us insert manually. For this I will mention title hello developers. Then by default it will call. When I click go, it has been created one record. When I refresh the particular page, you can able to see one record has been came. ID as 1, title as hello, description as developer. It has been created now. 1956, the time is 1956, and then time and the date. Is this clear about fetching the data? Hello, is this clear about the fetching the data from the database? In this particular project, you can able to see we have different UI like some sorting, and then you can able to there is a sort option, and then how many entries are there in the particular record, and then a search option. You can able to search, and all we have all these features. To include all these features, we have a separate library. Let us utilize those that library and make include over here. For that, just search like data tables CDN. Just go through the link data tables CDN. To utilize the data tables, first of all you have to use the jQuery library. I will take the jQuery CDN from here. I will take the CDN link from here. This is the script I will include in the project. I will include the CDN link over here. I have just included the jQuery, and then I'm searching for the data table CDN. Here you can able to see I have got the CSS and then JS. I will take the CSS and JS. I will include in my project file. I will mention the CSS file in the top of the particular file. Below Bootstrap, I will mention link href. I will mention the CDN. Just I have mentioned the data tables. Then I will take the JS. Below I will mention the JavaScript. You can able to see I have just called the CSS at the top, JavaScript at the bottom, and then for this you have to write a simple script. You can able to see in the documentation they have provided. For this type of, you have to write a simple script for defining the table. I will take the particular script. In the particular, I have written name a file like javascript.js, script.js. In this, I will mention the script. In the script.js, I will mention some script. Like in the script, I will mention the table ID as. Before that, I will initialize dollar document dot ready function. Ready function. In this particular document ready function, I will paste the code. For this, I will mention different ID. For this, I will mention ID as task table. I will mention task table. Then I will mention some concepts like paging in the sense at the bottom it will show you the paging, how many pages are there in the table. I'll mention it as true. Then I will mention searching. For the searching, I will mention true. And then I will mention ordering as true. Just I have mentioned a ID, then dot data tables, paging as true, then searching as true, ordering as true. Just you have to utilize this ID in the index file. For the table, I will mention a ID. I will mention a ID for the table. Let's see. For the table, I will mention a ID. I'll mention a ID. For this ID, I'll paste the ID over here. Task table as the ID. Now I have to call the script below. I'll call over here in the JS. I have script.js. When I run the particular project, because I have been using CDNs, so it is taking time. Try to download the library and utilize. You can able to see I have searching. When I try to search, if the match it doesn't match with anything, it will show nothing matches. And then I have pagination. Because I have only one record, it is showing one. And then one entry, showing one entry. And then sorting, when I click, it will automatically sort. And then pagination. Is this clear how to utilize the Java data tables? This is data tables. Just I have written a simple script and then I have included the CSS and JavaScript file. Is this clear? Hello, kindly reply. Is this clear about how I fetch the data? Now I will try to download all the libraries and then make it use. So I will reduce the time complexity. I'll take the entire link. I'll paste in the Chrome. I'll save. This is a JavaScript, so I will make jQuery min.js, and then I have another library which is data table.js. I will save this also, data table min.js. I have saved all the JavaScript files. I will remove this and then assets slash js slash data table min.js, and then here I have jQuery. I will include the jQuery assets slash js slash jQuery min.js, and then I have style for the data table. I'll copy and then paste in the Chrome browser. I will download in the CSS file. In the CSS folder I will paste it over here, and then I will include it over here. Assets CSS, then data table min.css. You can able to see how much fast now it will work. When I refresh, you will get directly without any loading animation. If you use seed and links, you will get the website will load for a long time. It is taking within short time, it will getting the output. So don't use directly seed and links. Try to download the library and utilize it. Now we can able to see I have achieved something like this UI. Then we have to apply some more styles, and then you can able to see there are two buttons over here. In the actions column we have edit and delete button. Over you can able to see we having a edit and delete button. Now let us include this edit and delete button over here. Let us mention another add-on column. In the th I will mention action. In the action column we want two edit buttons, so I will mention over here the td. We need two buttons. Button type as button edit, class as button space button hyphen primary. The same thing I will include another button for delete, button danger delete. When I run, you can able to see two buttons, edit and delete button. You can able to see I have two buttons, but there are no icons. You can able to see there is two icons. For the edit you can able to see a pencil icon. For the delete you can able to see a trash icon, and then for the add you can able to see a plus icon. Let us include that. You can able to see even there is a space. Let us make space. Let us make these buttons also small. Space button hyphen sm, and then margin start. I will mention margin start as 3. When you try to refresh, you can able to see a gap has been created. For the edit button also I will make button as small, button space hyphen sm. By mentioning button hyphen sm, the button becomes small. You can able to see the buttons has been become small. Now for the icons, let us go to some font or some library. This is the font awesome library where you can able to get more number of icons. This pro or premium you can't able to use this. This is a paid version. Remaining all are free. You can able to see free icons. Just select free icons. Then you can able to see n number of icons. For the edit, we need pencil. Just search for pencil. You can able to see a pencil icon over here. Let us take this pencil. Just click on the particular icon. A model will pop up. It is taking time. Wait for a minute. You can able to see the pop-up has been opened. In this you can customize the icon. You can able to see this is another type of icon. This is something slim. This is some another type of icon. And then even though you can able to make animations also, you can change colors, whatever color you want for the particular icon. And then you can rotate the icon by which degree you want. And then you can make the icon sizes also. You can able to see, you can increase the smaller icon. XS is small, SM is small, and then LG, XL, 2XL. You can use the sizes, and then even you can add some animations. You can add animations also. It has so many built-in animations like beat. The icon will automatically beat like this. You can able to see by applying these styles, it will automatically write the code in the particular tag. Just you have to copy the tag and then paste it over here. I will remove this edit. Before this edit, I will paste the link. You can able to see in the I tag, just I have mentioned the class far thin, far pencil to square, far bit. Just they have mentioned. For the color, they have mentioned. I will remove the color. No need of this color. Now we have to include the link CDN. Just you have to mention the font of some CDN. Just I will copy the link. I'll paste in the Chrome itself. I will take the CSS. Then I will store over here. I will call the CSS file in the header, in the link CSS. I will mention href in the href. My file is inside assets folder, inside assets folder, inside CSS, inside CSS. My file name is all.min.css. When I refresh the particular file, project file, now I need CDN JavaScript also. I need JavaScript also. I will take it over here. You can able to see I have font awesome. When I run the particular project, I'll take the CDN from here itself. I'll take the CDN link. Then I will paste it over here in the header section. When I try to run a particular project, for the edit button, I have placed the button I tag. I The icon is visible. I will mention Fafa pencil. I'll apply some space me-2 because the pencil has been attaching to the text which I have for this edit. The pencil icon has been attaching, so I will have provided some space. You can able to see edit button. For this particular edit button, you can able to see a pencil icon. For the delete, we need trash. For the same thing, I will mention everything, and then before delete option, I will paste the everything. Then I will, instead of pencil, I will mention trash. If you mention trash, you will get the icon. For the edit, for the delete, is this clear about the action icons, how to include icons? Just you have to include the CSS file, then you can directly include the files. We need plus icon. Let us search for plus. In the plus, you can able to see for solid, for plus. For the add button, we'll make for plus. If I run, you can able to see for this we having a add plus button, and then edit, delete, then we have pagination. Till now, anybody have any doubts? You can raise. Hello, is this clear? In the tomorrow session, we will be making the functionality of add button, then edit, then delete, and all. By tomorrow, we will be performing the operations for the backend, for the add task, then edit button, then delete button. Now they are not working. By tomorrow, we will be writing the functionality for these particular buttons, for the add button, for the edit and delete. Let us make some UI attractive. In the style file, we have style.css. In the style file, we will write some CSS for making the file much attractive with limited style. In the style file, I will write some CSS. For the body, I will write body. For the body, I will mention some CSS. I will apply padding of 20 px. Then for the table container, I will apply some margin top as 20 px. Then by applying this much CSS, the UI will look much attractive than compared to previous one. We have achieved this functionality. You can able to see the same thing. Is this clear? Now, if you have any doubts, you can raise. Today we are doing this much. In the tomorrow session, we are going to write the functionality for the add, edit, delete buttons. If you have any doubts, you can raise. Okay, we'll wind up the session. Thank you.